Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from Cross the Shock, and back at you this morning with another video. And this is on my multi-tools. Multi-tools of choice, I've called it. I think my multi-tools of choice. And it's more specifically on Leatherman because this is a video that's been requested by one of my subscribers and who has definitely got me down to a T. He has nagged me every now and then. Are you going to do that video? When are you going to do that video? Because I said I would do it, and I was right, I was going to do it, but I do get carried away and I do forget things. I know you don't imagine me forgetting something, for goodness sake. I'm exaggerating a bit for film dramatics. But I've decided today's the day I'm going to do it. He texted me again yesterday and says, still haven't seen that video. Great, that's the only way to get through to me. I do not do it intentionally. And even when I write things down, I put them on bits of paper and I lose the bits of paper. So you just need to just keep at me. So anyway, I'm going to start off. I've got two Leathermans left in my collection. And that's all. Because over the years, I've sort of found out now what suits me and what I need the most. And the other things that the Leathermans that I have don't do. I have other stuff that I can improvise with. So I've now got it down to two Leathermans, but one of them's going to go today, and it's this one if somebody wants it. If you're in the UK, this is brand new. You can see as I'm going through it, it's brand new. I've mucked about with it. That's all I've done. I've not done any work on it because I'm just not using it, and there's no point in sitting there. So that's just case. It'll come like that. £50 if you want it. Just text me or PM me on Instagram, Paddy's Potato Peelers, or send me an email. 50 quid to your door delivered. So what is it? This is the Leatherman Super Tool. It's a larger of the Leathermans, and this is the tools it has. It has on this side here, and these are all locking tools, by the way. So this is not UK legal, but if you're using something for its intended purpose, like if you're going to work or if you're going to fix something in your daughter's house and you're carrying it, nobody's going to do anything. Well, again, and seek advice from a lawyer, not me. So you have a bottle opener, you have a little small screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, you have a Phillips screwdriver, you have a cordage type saw blade, you have a wood saw blade, you have a nice, and these are good size blades, just for, the steel's not great in this, it's probably 420. Well, I'm saying it's not great. It'll do you for just cutting something anyway, a bit of rope, or that's all you're going to be using it for. A blade there, you have a saw, a wood saw, and a metal saw on the other side. You have another two flathead screwdrivers. This one, the center one, is right in the center of the tools in the back, so it's jammed in there. That's what I would use as a pry bar. And you also have an awl, and you have a little key ring. You can put that up there if you want to put a key ring or a lanyard on it for pulling it out of the pouch. So simply to get these unlocked, it's just a matter of pushing this little button and the locked ones come in. And there you go. And I'll just show you down here. I didn't put them out fully, but they all lock. This one is locked, and it's literally just a matter of pushing this and it drops down. So again, that is in absolutely mint condition. You also have the pliers, which I sort of forgot about, which I think most of us use in multi-tools, and you have a fresh blade in there, but you can change the blade. Absolutely perfect, and it is in like nice nick. So there you go, comes in this nice pouch. I'm just not using it because the next multi-tool I'm going to show you has everything I need in a multi-tool. I wouldn't take this one here over the top of it. So that's a super tool. And the next one is our basic, well, not basic, they're not basic waves. It's the Leatherman Wave, and it comes in these new pouches. And I'm going to be honest with you, I thought, I'd rather have the leather pouch you used to get with a Leatherman. But to be honest with you, this little button is just a game changer. I actually really like this little button for clipping it in and out, easy to pull off. And the retention has stayed, no matter how many times I have done this, because it's metal, it's just great. So that little pouch, I'm putting that pouch away because I have another one for this knife. This is the Leatherman Wave, and this, I believe, is just one of the best multi-tools that you can buy. I should have shown that. I keep putting things away. I'll show you the size of the super tool compared to it, and there is a fair difference. Let me just, that's the wrong angle for showing you. So there's there's a super tool. You can see the difference in size, and the girth in this one is much bigger. So if you do need a bigger one for if you're an electrician or something, you're going to be using the pliers and things like that, that's the one for you. But this to me is the everyman. This is just absolutely amazing. I just adore this. And the tools that you're going to want to go to one-handed are all on the outside. So you can go right round the four corners of it. There's their blade. You can see that serrated blade for roughage and things like that. It's a liner lock. Just push that down to put it away. Let's go over to this side. You have the knife blade, which again, same steel, but it'll cut and it'll do, and it comes in really sharp, to be honest with you, so you're not having to worry about it. Again, little liner lock there in the corner, put it away. Then you change over to the opposite side. Oh no, I've done that. On this side you pull out there, you have the diamonds file, which is fantastic for putting an edge on your super steels even. You know, if they go dull, you can get an edge on it. Now, I haven't used this for that. That's just a wee mark there. I maybe just scratched over it to see what the diamond was like. But what a great tool to have. I will not use that until it's absolutely necessary. Because when I'm out, usually if I'm carrying something like a multi-tool, I'll have other sharpening devices because it means they're going to work, which is not very often, so I can usually remember them days. You've got the diamond on this side and you have a wood or metal on the other side. That's great for sharpening knives. I have used and fully sharpened a knife that was dull, and it brought it straight back without any problem. And there was still plenty of diamond left, but it's not something I want to use. Just that's for an emergency. And have I done everything? I've done everything. Yeah, no, sorry, you have a wood saw there as well. So, a bit flimsy, the wood saw. I've not tried it, but again, if I'm going out to the woods, I'll have something else, as you'll have seen in the video coming up very shortly, what I use to cut wood. So then we'll go into the inside tools, and this is a great selection of tools. There we have a flathead or a pry bar. We have an eyeglass tool, which I think is a great addition. That's not that long in that addition. And then you have a pair of scissors. There you go. Nice little pair of scissors. And they work. And I've just jammed them in against the other things. But nonetheless, all good tools and none that you wouldn't use. And that's the good thing about this knife. So we'll now pull this out. I'll tell you what, we'll pull this out first here. This is your bottle opener, and then this is the tool that makes this knife the best knife in the Leatherman. I honestly do believe that this is the best knife, and I'm talking about for price, for practicality, for size, for, you know, something that you wouldn't mind hanging off your belt. This is a game changer. It's pull-out screws. So what I also got with this, which is another game changer, is a ratchet screwdriver. So you know what it's like with a multi-tool. Especially if you've got long screws or you're trying to put them in, how hard this is to turn around. It's really difficult. This ratchet screwdriver, game changer again, just amazing. All you got to do is that, and it's fantastic. It makes doing IKEA furniture and things like that, which I've used this for, absolutely amazing. The other nice thing you can get if you're going to do any sort of work is all these bits. I think it's, oh God, I can't remember how many bits it is, but you have so many different, from torque screws to all sorts of different bits in there, and you buy them separate. There you go. And what I done then, instead of when I'm going to use it for going out to work, I'll put this, let me just put this away. When I'm going to use it, I put this in here in the front pouch, and then I have this, there's a special compartment. I got this off Amazon. I think it was about £8. There's a bit in the back here where you can put all your screwdriver bits in there, so they're with you at all times. And then at the side here you have an elastic band, and there it goes. That's it all done. That is stunning. I mean, all I can do is clap hands, because everything in there, every tool there is a use for, and you will come across a time when you'll need it. I just think there's everything and nothing else. You can clip it on a belt, You can put it through a belt loop if you want it there. This is fantastic. Rather than having to put it in through your belt, you just clip it on and away you go. And there's nearly every tool that I'm going to want to do in any wee job about the house. If you can think of one that's not there, you're a better man than me. I just absolutely love it. So that will be staying in my collection. And I don't need another multi-tool. I have a toolbox with stuff, you know, with bigger pliers and things. But just as in every day, if I'm going to do work about the house or I've got something to put together, I just lift that and it's a complete toolbox. It really is that good. So the Leatherman Wave, I just recommend it above all. There's dearer ones and there's titanium ones and all that. This is a work tool. I don't need titanium. I don't need a light one. Now that's just me. And I'm not carrying it in my belt every day. If I was doing that, I'd probably go for titanium. But this, absolutely amazing and a great price for it. And now I want to get into other multi-tools that I do use quite often. Now, I do use that Wave very often, I have to say. I love that Wave. But the big super tool is just a bit big for what I need. And it's a shame just lying there. Oh, there's my little screwdriver out of that. Must put it back. Here's three that and this one especially I'm going to start using a lot. This is I think it's the Outrider it's called. It's a locking Victorinox. And the size of that knife. What a fantastic knife for a camp. Whether you're cooking or doing anything you want to cut around camp, this is it. And it's locking. You just pull this down and there it goes. Now, the rest are not locking. It's just that tool that is locking. And here's a bit of cleverness. Watch this now. This is Victorinox at their very best. There you go. Look at that pair of scissors and that. Again, around the camp, you could well need a pair of scissors. And underneath the scissors, you have a little small, snap on it. You have a little small Phillips screwdriver. I think that's probably the one. Super. What a great thing to have and use on here. And then your scissors just fold down in there on top of it and push it down in. And what else have I got on here? I've got something else here. I'm sure I have. Yes, I have. Oh, some spring in this. Lovely big saw. Look at that. That is really usable, I'll have to say. Super saw. I thought they would have made that, you know, locking as well. That would have been a great benefit. You have a corkscrew, which is always good in a camp if you're a drinker. And then it has an awl on the back as well. There you go, a sewing awl. Absolutely perfect. That is a super knife. And no matter what blade, you'd think that would be uncomfortable. This is one of the comfortablest handles on a multi-tool I've ever had. Nothing sticks into you. How Victorinox can do all this, even a corkscrew, you've got nothing that should be comfortable, and yet this is incredibly comfortable. Because of the girth, it is just great. And a locking knife gives you a bit of extra pressure on your knife. So I just highly recommend this if you haven't got it. I think it's the Outlaw it's called. But a super, oh, and you have a toothpick and tweezers on there. So you've got everything you like on a multi-tool. I love that. That's now going to be going in my Campcraft bag. See the way I call that, Campcraft? That will become a word you're going to get used to. So that's going to be one that I'm going to use, especially this summer coming. The next one is one that it's a Victorinox, but it's a custom Victorinox because my mate Justin made this for me. You have the normal two tools on the top of it there. You have a Phillips on this side, and you have an inline Phillips, which I hate the Phillips on the side, but they're good if you want to get a bit of torque in it. This is just I use for kids' toys and things like that. Lovely little Phillips. It's inline, so it's easier to use. More agility on it. And it also has the one thing that I really did and do like is a magnifying glass. You'll not see it there, but it's a really good magnifying glass. And for somebody that wears glasses like myself, having that spare is so handy. So any outside work or anything, this goes in my pocket. Just love it. Oh, there's also a blade, and you also have a small pen blade as well. So you have a main blade. There we go, and a pen blade. Super little tool put together and he bought these separate, these scales, my Carter scales for me. Absolutely love it. Super tool. And then this is my newest multi-tool. And this is the Ask knife from Medford. There you go. Much like a Swiss Army knife, you have your bottle opener, you have a small screwdriver. On this side, unlike the Swiss Army knife, you have a pry tool or scraper. And it's really, and it's supposed to be a nail pull, or you can put that round. Oh yeah, there's little gnarls in there. You can put it around small bolts to turn them. But just a super, I love this little tool. I used this scraper and pry bar so many times since I've had it. It is super. And then, here we go. This one's in S45VN. The newer ones are in MagnaCut. I'm quite happy with S45VN. Beautifully sharpened by Medford, I have to say. And his boys who do the sharpening. Beautiful knife, comes razor sharp. It's a thicker tool, and again, it sort of goes to the fact that it's a multi-tool. It's not a finesse tool. It's a multi-tool to do a range of jobs, and this is the sort of penknife you want to do a range of jobs. So, absolutely love this. Super job. Bit pricey, but to me, yeah, I like it. I bought another one, actually. My own money, after being given this one, I bought another one. But Justin got that off me. Justin got, well, he paid for it, but so there you go. That's my multi-tools of choice. You have the super tool, and you have the Leatherman Wave. That's the two Leathermans I have. That's the multi-tools that I tend to use now. This one's for sale for 50 quid in the UK. Anybody, let me know. Hit me up if you want it. And this is the keeper. The Leatherman Wave, to me, is just the king of them all. The absolute king of them all, and it will go nowhere. This is my one, and it's staying here with me. I do love it. I'm just going to put my screwdriver bit in, because if you don't do it straight away with my head, it will disappear. So that's back in there. There you go, and that's it. The Leatherman Wave. So I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. I'm away for a wee cup of tea and a lie down. Take care now. Bye bye.